Hello and good Sunday morning. Happy to be with you today. I am going to be looking at Best Picture nominees today. The Oscars are 1 week from today. Next Sunday, the 96th film in history will earn the honor of Best Picture. This year, we have 10 nominees, and today I wanted to give you my ranking of those. So we're going to start with number 10. And for me, that is Anatomy of a Fall. There isn't a bad Best Picture nominee for me this year, but Anatomy of the Fall is the one that lands on the bottom of this list. It's clever, it's engaging at times. I like what Sandra Hüller did in the lead role. It just didn't hit the emotional heights of some of the others on this list. Number 9 for me is The Zone of Interest. This is a tough film to watch owing to its subject matter, but it feels pretty important as a film, and I think it's really well made by Jonathan Glazer. I think this is probably going to win Best International Feature, and that would be a deserving title. Number 8 for me is The Holdovers. There are a lot of films I've been a fan of from Alexander Payne, and this one is no exception. Really like the performances of Paul Giamatti, Divine Joy Randolph. It just didn't hit as hard as quite some of the others on the list, but really enjoyed this film. It ended up in my top 20 for the year. Number 7 for me is The Killers of the Flower Moon. This one, Martin Scorsese, what he did was kind of epic. I'm a big fan of the work of Lily Gladstone in here. The fact that this is only my number 7 in this field is a testament to how I feel about this year's field. This film made my top 12 films of the year. From here on out, all the rest of the Best Picture nominees were in my top 12 of the year. Number 6 for me is American Fiction. This is a movie that was probably one of the more surprisingly fun films I saw this year. It caught me somewhat by surprise. I really love the way Cord Jefferson tells this story. Jeffrey Wright and Sterling K. Brown are great. I had just a lot of fun with this. Number 5 for me is Maestro. This is a film that's been getting beat up a little bit. It's it's fallen out of favor a little bit, but I really appreciated the craft. I think Bradley Cooper as a director does a decent job, but Bradley Cooper as an actor was superb. So too is Carey Mulligan. She remains one of my favorite working actresses. I think, it's become kind of a punching bag this award season, but I did really enjoy it. Number 4 for me is Past Lives, an incredible film. This won the top prize at the Independent Spirit Awards. The top 4 in this countdown were actually the top 4 that finished the year for me. So a kind of a rare treat, but this film is a gut punch. It was the last film I saw in June, and you know what? It remained in my top 4 throughout the rest of the year. I really wish there was more recognition that went to Celine Song, who crafted a beautiful film. Number 3 for me is Poor Things. I think this is kind of one of those films that you either love it or you hate it. This one worked for me. Yorgos Lanthimos and the craft and the way he was able to do it really worked for me. There's some funny and surprisingly emotional segments here, but it's really Emma Stone that sold this for me. She gives my favorite lead actress performance of the year. Just kind of a quirky and a strange but beautifully put together film as my number 3. Number 2, Oppenheimer. And really for me, there isn't a 1 and 2. It's more of a 1A and 1B. I really loved Oppenheimer, and I'm going to celebrate when it likely sweeps a number of Oscars this next week. It is a beautiful film. I love Christopher Nolan so much. One of my favorite efforts from him. Just an incredible movie, and narrowly misses out to what I'll give as my 1A. This was my number 1 movie of the year, Barbie. Barbie and Oppenheimer came out on the same day. They've been 1 and 2 for me since that. Again, kind of a 1A, 1B, but I just really loved what this film did. The look and the feel are great. The performances are great. The story is great. I think what Greta Gerwig did was incredible, and I wish that she and Margot Robbie and some of the people that were involved in this film got a little more recognition, but it is what it is. We'll see how it all shakes out next Sunday when the Oscars take place. If you want a little more Oscar talk, join Eric and I tonight. That's Sunday, March 3rd. We'll be talking about the latest Dune film, and we will be giving some of our Oscar predictions. Until then, I hope you guys have a